Golly. Oh, happy Monday. Gotta get my voice right. Goodness gracious. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. If you are with me, just type in your name so I can say Happy Monday to you. I got fussed at the other day because I didn't know somebody was watching. But you don't always know. This Facebook thing is tricky, and that's why. That's what I say. Like my grandson say, Instagram is tricky. When we started setting up his page, and I said, grandson, you gonna start doing videos and taking pictures for Instagram? And he said, well, yeah, I will, but that Instagram is tricky, Granny. So I say the same thing about Facebook. Sometimes there's a delay and you don't know that people are watching. So you can't necessarily say, hey, give a personal shout out. But my disclaimer is if you are watching or if you come through and watch, do me a favor and leave your name. Say, hey, I was here. And matter of fact, you can hashtag I am enough. How about that? Hashtag I am enough. It is Monday. We are in our second week of our 21-day motivational mastery. I am Wanda D, your motivational queen, and I am happy to be here. I hope you had a super fabulous weekend, that you did everything that you were planning on doing on this weekend. It was kind of, it was kind of okay weekend. I guess weather-wise. We didn't experience any too flip-flops of the weather here in the ATL. I know around this year it can get crazy with tornadoes and all that kind of stuff. Well, hello. Hello, pretty lady. See on your, we have a famous designer in the house. and new author that will be joining us this Sunday. Are you excited? Are you excited, Francis Renee? Yeah. So anyway, we got started. We had a great week last week. We talked about just the kind of getting our bodies in alignment with self-mastery of motivation. And I know, right? I'm excited too. So we talked about, I gave some rituals on how I start my morning off as far as prayer, meditation, and then reflection. That was on day 1. Day 2, we talked about visualization and more so importantly, capturing your dreams at night. When you dream, writing them down in the morning. But that's the subject too that I'm going to go in a little deeper. Get me something right quick. And then on day 3, we talked about writing down that one major goal on an index card. Here's my index card. And then on the back of the index card, writing your scripture. ask and it shall be given unto you, seek and you shall find it, knock and it shall be open unto you. That's from Matthew 7:7 in the King James Version, and you want to read that at least 3 times, minimum 3 times a day, along with your one major goal. So that major goal could be whatever, you decide on that. But we're also going to talk further about breaking goals down. Then we talked on day 4, we talked about gratitude and how to put yourself in that energy of being grateful for everything. Everything. Like Cat Williams. Everything. Yeah, okay. So, and just the effect of people, places, and projects. Because, let me just touch on that. When you are associated with certain people, they will help you stay motivated. Some people will kind of get you off track, and I'm not saying that they're doing this, it's just that their energy, y'all not in a line to what you want to accomplish. So it's kind of like being on a diet and you hang around somebody and they're like, well, come on, let's go get some cheesecake anyway and sit here and don't exercise, and like everything is counterproductive. And then projects. Now projects is a wonderful thing, because what happens is you'll grow through the project. So whatever lessons learned, tips you'll discover, it'll make you more aware, or it'll say, I never want to revisit that again. But either way, you're going to grow through that project. And then on day 5, we talked about the power of words, which are very crucial when you are staying motivated. Because I tell you, you could tell yourself, you could say, man, I'm tired. So what would your body do? Your body will probably sink down into this state of being tired instead of perking up. Or you can just say things like, nothing good ever happens to me. And what are you expecting? Are you expecting something good to happen? I had, and I probably don't even have it right now, but once I find it. Oh, okay. So this is a little tip that I got too. This is crazy in a good way. So if you say something like that, and again, we're just kind of recapping the week, but if you say something like, nothing good ever happens to me, then at the end of each statement, you put, and that's the way, no, and that's just the way I want it. Think about that. So if you say, I am brilliant, and you say, and that's just the way I want it, right? If you say, I'm sleepy, and you say, and that's just the way I want it, got that? So if you say, I am enough, and that's just the way I want it, I am having a super fantastic day, and that's just the way I want it. I am confused, and that's just the way I want it. So that's why you want to be so aware of your words. Saying that little phrase, and that's just the way I want it, will be your indicator of, am I speaking the right things? Because if you say, and that's just the way I want it, and that's really not the way you want it, then you don't need to say what you said in front of it. Okay? So that was day 5. And we did not talk about that on day 5, so we're talking about it now. Just that if you just think about that. Try to put yourself in that motion of saying, and that's just the way I want it, and just that's the way I want it. And you will be blown away. Okay. So in day 6, we talked about self-discipline. Now, that is the biggest component to success. No other. Self-discipline. And self-discipline starts from the time you rise to the time you take your, go to sleep, go to dreamland at night. Self-discipline sets the course of whatever you trying to complete. And I would say this. Somebody said, well, I don't want to make, a lot of money, or I don't want to be involved in this or that. It doesn't matter. See, when we talk about success, success is subjective to the person that's in charge of it. So success for a student could be good grades. Success for a 5-year-old could be getting all of those stars. I know for my grandson, success is to be able to get in the treasure box on Friday. Okay, so since success is subjective, then first you identify with what you want to create. Then that's what you need to be disciplined with creating. That makes sense? Okay. So, and let me back up one thing since we're recapping. So remember we talked about the index cards and writing down that one major goal. And then I share with you breaking down those goals, or not really breaking down that one goal. Well, I guess it is sort of breaking down that goal, but it's about expanding on that goal. So what you want to do with that one goal is you want to write 20 ideas associated with it. So if my one goal is to be the #1 motivational speaker, then I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of many goals to take care of. And one thing is like writing every day, reading every day, studying people, studying other speakers, memorizing quotes, also self-image, keeping my mind and my body sharp, doing research, so you have all of those goals. And my list is pretty extensive in terms of my mini goals compared to that big goal. So because as you sit there and you want to figure out, well, what do I need to be working on? Then you look over there at your mini goal or at your goals that's in a line to your big goal. And it keeps you on track, right? So if you're saying, well, our big goal is to save money, and say that money has to be specific. So you say, my big goal is to save $10,000. And you say, well, how are we going to do that? So you start writing, better budget, meaning maybe cut off something. You might say, well, we don't need all of those cable channels, so we're going to eliminate 3 cable channels or 3 whatever subscribe channels. There's $50 right there, and instead of going to Starbucks in the morning, we're going to save money. That's what, $6 a day times 5 or whatever, so there we are. We're saving there $30 right there. And then you start to see where that makes sense. You get maybe your, we haven't talked about that yet, but we're talking about writing it down, the major goal, and having all those lists of little goals there, and how you deal with that, So that's very, very, very crucial. So on day 7, we talked about self-love, forgiveness, and being honest. Now, the honesty part comes with identifying where you are and where you want to go. That's the honesty. So if you say, well, I really want to be happier, then identify where you are. Why aren't you happy now? And you can list a whole bunch of reasons, well, I'm not making enough money, or, somebody isn't acting right. All these things are external, of course, because that's what Self-mastery is always about external. You will hear me just keep repeating the same thing like a drill. Got to keep drilling this in. So you say, okay, I've gotten honest and say where I want to go. I want to go into the state of happiness. I tell you, guarantee you that there's some forgiveness you have to do. Yeah. Forgiveness. Forgiveness of yourself is number one. Forgiving others may seem harder, but really forgiving yourself is the hardest. Why? Because once we started getting older, we start running into traps of being hurt emotionally, some of us physically, spiritually, and it starts to put this wall around you. And you don't even know it's there. You don't even know it's there. The hardest part is that nobody can break through the wall, but the bigger than that is you can't break out of the wall. Because when you break out of the wall, then you're able to grow. You're able to love yourself. You say, well, I love myself. I love myself. You think you do. I mean, I thought I did. But when you hold on to forgiveness, forgiving, we're not loving ourselves. We're not loving the energy. We're just, I forgive. No, what is it? I'll forgive, but I won't forget, or some crazy statement. That crazy statement. And he's like, what? How is that? How you forgive? Let's see. You forgive, but you don't forget. Or I forgive, but I don't forget. What is that all about? It's nothing. It's not about anything. It's not true. Forgive is to forgive. It's to forgive. I know I can't go to the Father and ask for forgiveness if I'm not able to forgive, because I've done things. I've done things not, even if it's deliberate or not deliberate. If you've hurt anybody or if you've upset anything, then that person is injured. And that's why we have a prayer that we say, like, Lord, forgive me for anything or anybody that I've harmed, knowingly or unknowingly. Because we never know when you have upset somebody. You just never know. And the unforgiveness that people hold on to turns into so many negative things. So I think about that term again. If you say, I don't forgive her, or I don't forgive him, and that's just the way I want it. That's not what you want. Because if you're trying to get to something greater than yourself, then you have to forgive. Okay? So that's what we talked about on day 7, forgiveness. So what brings us to day 8 is identifying. When you talk about major goals and when you talk about self-mastery, you have to identify your why. Why am I doing what I'm doing? I'm going to say that again. Why am I doing what I do? Why are you doing what you do? Now, I've learned that people normally they'll move out of pleasure or they'll move out of pain. People make radical decisions, I find, mostly out of pain, because they don't like the way something is going, so they'll do it right then and there. I know that when I was married the first time, I went to, and I don't even know if this is relevant or not. It must be, because God just dropped it in my heart. I went to the calendar and I said, like we tried to make it work, and I was just getting so super frustrated, so frustrated. So I went to the calendar and I said 21 days. I don't want this thing. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be in this relationship. I don't want to coexist in this house together. 21 days. This situation is going to be dissolved. And I tell you, on the 21st day, this is a true story. On the 21st day, I had got my wish. And I got a call. My grandmother called me and said, he's moving, and, he's taking stuff and dropped the kids off, and you should get here. And at the time, I was in a training for my business. And I said, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm right where I need to be. Because I had went to my calendar, I circled the 21 days. I spoke it that I didn't that situation had to be resolved, released, whatever, and then that's what started to happen. So as that happened, then it was like that. Now it was some other stuff that happened afterwards, but that was making that decision, writing down why, because you have to decide on why you're doing something in order to do it, in order to stick with it. And then it still becomes hard, but that's why we talk about habits. We're going to talk further about how to put some nice little work with some tools that will help you stay on track. But today, I just want you to write down your why. Why are you doing the things that you're doing? Think about it. No judging. Just why are you doing them? And take your life and put it in the perspective of, well, what am I doing for each area of my life, and break it down. Say for my spirituality, for my spirit health, for my emotional health, why am I doing that? For my physical health, why am I doing that? For my finances or my career choices, my family, in the community. Serving, why am I doing what I'm doing? Those are some things that you need to pay close attention to. And write it down. And that will help you get clear. That helps us get clear. Because then we'll know exactly why we're doing the things that we're doing. So I want to leave you with that. That was day 8, March 22nd. So write down your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing? Yeah, it's gonna make you think. Because then you'll come back to maybe needing to scratch something off or readjust something. So Addison's up. Yes, baby. So why are you doing what you're doing? Mommy. Yes. Bread. Okay. So write that down. That's for day 8. See, Addison's up. And we're gonna say to you to expect a great Monday. Be safe as you travel. Breathe in deep. Don't let anything get you frustrated to where it takes you out of your happy zone. And remember to spread joy and love to the people that cross your path. Very key. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. If not before then, I might pop in and give a few more tips later on. Who knows? But I love you. I am Wanda D, the Motivational Queen. And I'm expecting you to have a great day. Super, super fabulous, fantastic day. And I pray that you are expecting the same thing for me. Bye for now.